Okay, so this one I'm gonna try to use this this little heart filter I got going on right here. Just for funsies. See if that plays out. Anyway, this story is gonna be from the Star versus the Forces of Evil archive. Full disclosure, I haven't actually watched an episode of Star versus the Forces of Evil, but I've heard a lot about it, and I've been meaning to watch it, but haven't quite, got around to watching it. Maybe I'll watch an episode later. But anyway, I was looking through the Star versus the Force of Evil archive, and I came across the problem that I usually have with fanfiction archives, where I'm curious about the work, but I don't know anything about the show itself. And the thing about fanfiction is that if you want to find fanfiction that you actually want to read, you have to really adjust the filters and things like that to search for it, which is why I like the archive of our own search engine more than the fanfiction.net one, because you can really be selective about, like, really play with the filters and find something that fits you personally, something that you want to read. And with Star versus the Force of Evil, what I found from just dipping my foot into the archive is that I can really find very much that interests me at all. I mean, I found a bunch of stories with Marco, but I don't know who Marco is, and all the premises were kind of dull and boring. And I'm hoping that if I got into the show and was able to adjust the filters more and search for something that appealed to me, the situation would be better. But right now, the only premise, like the only story that kind of caught my attention was this one called Trip to the Supermarket by the Non-Commissioned Writer. And it's got a very small description. What do you call a market that has powers? Like, it's not a great description, but it intrigues me. Like, supermarket, cartoon. I'm assuming the Star has superpowers or something, or magic powers. So this could be kind of fun. Although it's very short, 264 words. Constructive criticism and reviews are highly encouraged. So I imagine that the author would be happy with this video when they see it, because I like to send a note to every author telling them that I've used their work in a video. Anyway, let's get on with this, because I've stalled way too much. Marco and Star went downtown on their bikes after Miss Diaz and asked them to buy the ingredients for the paella. I'll look at the pronunciation later. I'm gonna call it a cake, okay? Marco and Star went downtown on their bikes after Miss Diaz asked them to buy ingredients for the cake she's making for dinner. Normally, the Diazes buy their groceries at PQ, but what they saw was priceless. Eh? I love that right there, the brackets and the question mark and the A. It's like, I'm gonna read that again. Diaz's buy their groceries at PQ, but what they saw was priceless. Eh? Eh? Ah, I'm already in a good mood with this story. The large windows of the supermarket were covered by large plates of plywood. The sliding doors were taped in a cardboard with the words "closed down" painted in blood red. Oh, I love this. Marco's jaw was dropped in surprise since the supermarket he grew up with had closed down. He remembered the numerous free tastes at the meat section and the delicious Taco Bell branch at the back where no one dares to enter the bathroom. Star placed her hand on the boy's shoulder in comfort. Closed down? Maybe it's because today is Sunday. She was cut by the low tone of Marco. No, star, they're closed forever. A gust of wind and dead leaves pass them by, and a tumbleweed. Like, tumbleweed, I could just imagine that, like the Old West whistling, and then tumbleweed, like, goes down, like, woo! God, that was terrible. uh, this is why I like fan fiction. I mean, you kind of make your own fun, right? Um, like people read no, wait, sorry. People watch TV shows and cartoons. They want to say like, I like this cartoon, and they create like art and they write fan fiction about it and they spread it or publish it so that other people who also like the show and the cartoon can read it or look at it or whatever and also have some fun. Like that's what I think should be fan fiction should be about. Yeah, like it's like the same reason why I like to cover songs every once in a while, because I can say I like this song and I want to record my own version of it, not because I think it'll be better or because it'll make me famous or anything like that, but just because I really really like the song. Anyway, I'm getting off track. Star placed her hand on the boy's shoulder in comfort. Wait, so sorry, skip that. Well, there's a Walmart just 2 blocks away. The dramatic moment was destroyed quickly. You mean the Quest Buy of Earth? Star remembers a commercial of the said supermarket chain with their endless choices, overpriced items, and elaborate coupons. Customer service-wise, yes. Weird and boring choices on the shelf? Yes, as well. Marco put his helmet on. The princess sat behind him on his bike. Author's note: I have nothing against Walmart. Its sister companies are the hard-working employees of the company. It's all for jokes, right? But as always, reviews are encouraged, and see you on the next story. Writes away. God, this author kind of gives the impression of being really desperate for reviews, like really desperate, and I don't know. I've never known anybody who makes that charming. Like, there's so many people who, they'll make YouTube videos saying, hey, why don't you leave a comment and like and subscribe while you're at it and watch a number of other videos. And, I know, whenever I hear that, like, I kind of reach the end of the content of the video. I usually just, like, turn it off at that point because I don't want to see that stuff. And it's kind of the same feeling I have with fan fiction authors. They do like constructive criticism and reviews are highly encouraged. They do it in the summary. Some of them do it before the story starts. Like they'll have an author's note at the beginning saying, "Please review," and at the very end they'll say, "I hope you like the story. Please review it." And that's really off-putting because it just comes across as being very, very desperate and God. But yeah, this story was a pretty good introduction to the archive, at least for a guy who knows very, very, very like next to nothing about the show itself. I had a good time reading it. Didn't notice any, really big mistakes that threw me off, and yeah, I'd recommend this story, and I hope the author continues it. Overall, thumbs up. Good job. This is my most rambling video. I swear.